Welcome, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to hear my trading and market updates. This is Uncle Frank, and I'm not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed the presentation, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're alerted when I have new information to share. So now let's get into the latest updates. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Listen, guys, after 7 green candle days in a row, I was expecting some kind of intraday pullback in the price of our stock, especially since we were up nearly 50% off recent lows in only a month. But what we saw Friday was sheer naked manipulation to save Wall Street millions, especially market makers, on paying out premium on options expiration Friday. No real apes were selling, in my opinion. Not the same day the Taylor Swift weekend was beginning. No way I believe that. On Thursday, the calls were printing from the $11 strike all the way down to below Max Pain, which was at 9. But that's Wall Street these days under Gary Gensler. I want you people to understand that this is not trading or investing by the hedge funds or the prime brokers. This is manipulation and securities fraud, plain and simple. When you make trades or employ tactics specifically designed to deliberately push a security up or down or even hold it steady, that is against the laws and rules, and it's criminal. When you engage in these activities with other firms, it becomes a criminal conspiracy. The worst thing is, this isn't some unknown pink sheet penny stock, but the largest business of its kind on the planet and listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Our enemies violate the securities rules and laws with impunity, and if they happen to be detected, they pay a small fine and resume cheating. If you would like to catch them red-handed, I suggest you participate in the certified share count at amcprojectpopcorn.com. AMC closed at $9.50, down $1.50 or 13.64% in front of what could be a historic record-setting weekend for the company. In the after-hours session, we lost another 8 cents or 0.84% to end for the week at 9.42. Based on that last price of $9.50, expect support to the downside at levels $8.95, $8.40, and $7.45. To the upside, expect resistance at points $10.44, $11.39, and $11.94. Skylar Roundtree tweeted the perfect sentiment for Friday's price action. AMC just produced the most profitable concert film in history, and on opening day, the stock plummets 13%. This is coming after 52 million shares failed to deliver in buyers' accounts on August 23rd, over half of the trading volume that day. But beginning early Thursday morning, news broke that our CEO was being blackmailed because he sent explicit photos and was corresponding with someone he believed to be a 17-year-old Russian ballerina. I know many of you love and support our CEO, but remember, reporting the facts is not the same as bashing. I must warn you that people that engage in this kind of behavior rarely do it only once. When the most senior officer in the firm is cooperating with the FBI in a blackmail case, that opens the door to many other questions you may not want to hear the answers to. Was Judge Zern aware that our CEO was being blackmailed during the Allegheny case? Was Adam being blackmailed when he reverse split our stock for no good reason? Was Adam Aron being blackmailed when he invested our money in a failing gold mine when we were a company deeply in debt ourselves and just emerging from the pandemic? When exactly was Adam corresponding with the blackmailers? What was going on at that time? Was the board of directors alerted about this investigation? Was the board obligated to disclose this information to shareholders? You know, the people that own the business and pay their salaries. Is there any evidence that Adam Aron believed he was communicating with a minor in a sexually explicit way? What if this incident causes Beyoncé's handlers to move her concert to another distributor? That would be bad, wouldn't it? But enough about the dirty old married man we pay $2 million a month to skunk the stock every time we have a rally. That's another question I have. Did Adam release this information before our big weekend, or did the press uncover it on their own? Instead, let's celebrate some good news and support the business this weekend. Taylor Swift's Eras tour stop on the big screen is here and bringing her sold-out concert to movie theaters nationwide. Bonus, singing, dancing, and selfies are encouraged. Why it matters? Swift's tour has already fueled its own economy. Now the concert film is expected to give a big boost to theaters stung this year by a pair of Hollywood strikes. The movie shattered AMC's record for single-day advance ticket sales, raking in $26 million on August 31st, the day it was announced. It had generated more than $100 million in global pre-sales, AMC said last week. And now moving over to Swan Watch, the only thing that our enemies truly fear, a headline from Markets Insider. Bankruptcies are surging and the Fed rate hikes are to blame, economist says. From the article, rising U.S. corporate bankruptcies are due to Fed rate hikes, Apollo chief economist said. Higher rates have increased borrowing costs, pressuring companies with high levels of debt. Filings so far this year have reached 516, potentially on track to outpace 2020. Bankruptcies are surging this year and on track to outstrip 2020, potentially setting up 2023 to be the worst year for corporate bankruptcies in over a decade. Last month saw 62 filings, bringing the year-to-date total to 516, according to S&P Global. That's more than in all of 2021 or 2022, and nearly as much as the 518 filings in the first 3 quarters of 2020, when the pandemic roiled the economy. And a headline from The Hill. JP Morgan CEO, this may be the most dangerous time the world has seen in decades. Jamie Dimon pointed to the ongoing war in Ukraine and the recent attack on Israel, saying they may have far-reaching impacts on energy and food markets, global trade, and geopolitical relationships. Dimon added U.S. consumers and businesses are generally healthy, but the government's large fiscal deficits and extremely high debt levels increased the risk that inflation remain high in the near future. Dimon's comments come as Congress approaches a government shutdown deadline November 17th. As Congress struggles to elect a speaker, legislative momentum has stalled on passing appropriation bills and taking steps to assist in global conflicts, including providing aid to Ukraine and to Israel. Let's face it, guys, we've seen better headlines. From Zero Hedge, Israel delays all-out assault on Gaza amid growing international pressure as civilians flee to south. New allegations that 70 Palestinians have been killed in airstrikes on convoys fleeing Gaza City. Americans killed by Hamas rises to 27, over a dozen captive as U.S. arranges evacuation flights. U.S. cities on high alert amid Hamas Day of Rage threats. Well, on Friday, only 10% of AMC's trades were executed on the exchange we are listed on. And thanks to the reverse split and conversion we didn't need, the pounce, There are now millions of shares available to lend and short, and instead of 1,000% cost to borrow, now it's under 1%. So keep cheering for Adam Aron, Phil of Morgan Stanley that runs our board, and Derek Van Zant of Citi, our lead investment banker, one of our short sellers, and the author of this entire mess that yes voters voted for with the help of Antara. But some good news on Reddit's sentiment and mention tracker. AMC has moved up to the 4th position with 272 mentions, and that's above GameStop, Visa, and Tesla. Now, guys, since our annual shareholder meeting is coming up November 8th, I want you to know who the boys are, okay? We've got Philip Lader on the left. All right, he leads our board of directors, and he is a senior advisor to Morgan Stanley Institutional Trading. Then there's Derek Van Zant, okay, of Citi. Citi is our chief investment banker. Okay, they are responsible for everything going back to Wanda. Okay, if you want to know who dragged Antara into the mix, and you want to know where the ape, the conversion, the reverse split that all these guys signed off on, you could thank Derek Van Zant for that. And then there's Sean Goodman, our CFO, right? We got him from Morgan Stanley Mergers and Acquisitions, okay? Now, over the past 5 years, Mr. Goodman hasn't purchased a single share of AMC, but I want you to know he's got so much confidence in the company that he's running into the ground that he sold $17,752,000 worth of your stock. Meet Sean Goodman. Now, back in 2021, your boy Sean pulled in $785,000 as a base salary, but his cash non-stock bonus was more than twice that, $1.6 million. And you know how Sean loves to sell your stock. Let me ask you this. Have you ever got a Christmas bonus from your employer that was double your salary? But that's not all. We piled on another $2.3 million in stock for Sean in 2021. You would think there was never a pandemic the way these guys hand out bonuses, huh? I want my subscribers to know that the pandemic was the best thing that ever happened to Adam Aron. His compensation doubled from 2019 to 2020 when the pandemic struck. I also want you to know your senior executive team, they are in the top 5 pay rank by title in the media industry. You would think there was never a pandemic or our theaters were closed down the way these people are paid. Someone actually blocked me for sharing this meme, but I wanted to share it with you. Hashtag checkmate. How to Profit from the Misery of the Pandemic and Your Shareholders by Adam Aron. Learn how in 2020 AMC lost $4.6 billion, but I made $20.9 million even when the theaters were closed. Bonus chapter. Learn how to invest in a bankrupt gold mine when you're teetering on bankruptcy yourself. No precious metals experience necessary. Brought to you by Philip Lader of Morgan Stanley and Derek Van Zant of Citi. And here's the only headline I care about for Monday from Deadline. Taylor Swift Eras Tour sees near record opening day for October with 39 million. 3-day now, 92 to 105 million. She never goes out of style with A+ cinema score. Box office update. Let's pound it up their backside Monday morning. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the answer. AMCProjectPopcorn.com, an independent certified share count. I know you're all excited about the recent increase in the stock price off its lows and the Taylor Swift weekend, but the best thing we could do right now is to expose the real short positions against our stock historically. We finally have the opportunity to expose Wall Street by proving we not only own the entire float, we may own it 2 or even 3 times over. Do you understand this is where all the glitches come from? I believe we are witnessing the largest conspiracy to commit securities fraud in our market's history. Can someone, anyone, explain to me what really happened with all these FTDs? There is absolutely no way to convince me that retail owned 90% of the float 2 years ago, and now we only own the same 90%. No way I believe that. Guys, I made this video to make participating in this survey easier for you. Guys, just head over to amcprojectpopcorn.com and print out the simple 2-page general affidavit. Okay, highlight the following questions and call your broker on their toll-free customer service number. You're going to ask them simple questions. What was the first date I bought AMC stock on? How many shares did I own on August 3rd, 2022, August 19th, 2022? Highlight these questions, okay, and write down the answers. On July 20th, 2023, how many AMC and APE shares did you hold? And the final question, on August 31st, 2023, how many AMC shares? Populate the document, right? And then go to AMC Project Popcorn. You're going to upload that document. All you have to do is sign it in front of a notary at your local bank branch. They'll probably do it for you for free. But guys, this may prove, okay, and we don't need to get every shareholder in the world. We just need a large enough sample to prove in a court of law that we may actually own this company 2 or 3 times over. We could actually expose how many synthetic shares they actually sold to us. This is our chance. Hey, I want to thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like button after this slide if you enjoyed the presentation. Subscribe to the channel and set the alert so you're notified when I have new information to share. See you at the bell.